Hello everybody and welcome. I am Count Christo and this is going to be our Japan campaign, the as yet unnamed Japan campaign. We have buffed the USA, we've buffed Germany, we've turned off historical AI, and without further ado, let's get into it. We are on regular difficulty as well, just so you know. Now, so Japan, we played a very good fun, though I say so myself, campaign as the United Kingdom in Man the Guns. It was awesome. We had a huge, big naval war with Germany. It was very, very good fun. And Japan, for that matter. In this one, I'm going to be playing as Japan. It's going to be a bit different. We have buffed the USA, and the USA is, very strong. And I've buffed Germany. We might have a non-aggression pact with Germany for a while, but we're not going to be in, like, a constant alliance with Germany or anything like that. The goal for this campaign, defeat the USA, become the undisputed master of the Pacific, and I'll probably take the India as well, and just generally enjoy naval combat in Man the Guns. Seems cool to me. So, how are we going to do it? I haven't played in a little while. Right now we've got this whole, duplicate research efforts, but that's not so bad. We need to start doing military stuff relatively early, but I still think the trifecta are going to be the way to start. We might want to invent planes pretty early. Could be very good to get field hospitals early. I do like Grand Battle Plan, even though I know Mobile Warfare is better. I just enjoy Grand Battle Plan, but we probably will switch. Yeah. I'm going to immediately switch to Superior Firepower because it's very strong. Now, in terms of political stuff, we have the Soviet path, the historical path. The, which one is this? I can't remember which this one is. This is where you go like full monarchist, I think. And then there's the democratic path. Then we've got, of course, the Manchurian stuff. We can build infrastructure there. We can build factories there. I basically think all of this is pretty worthless. We've also got army expansion, new naval estimates. The new naval estimates is very strong. 4 naval dockyards right out of the gate. Pretty freaking good. This stuff doesn't look that good. 5% research speed there is pretty nice, but the division recovery rate is sweet. This requires technology, doesn't it? But it's only 2 times. The armor technology bonus there is nice. We're almost certainly going to go Supremacy of Will. Oh, Jesus, I didn't notice. It gives 10% attack as well. Yeah, 100%. We're going to take this. Now... this, that's pretty nice. That's pretty freaking good. 20% agility, it's madness. But, let me just see. We're going to go historical because we've got a buffed USA. We need to take this serious. 10% stability to start off with. Very nice. Gets us to the cap. Jolly good. More planning for each guy. Okay. Some more civ stuff. Okay, more factory output, more military factory construction speed. That's pretty good. We probably want to do these 2 pretty quickly. And then we might just want to go... we might actually want to slightly slow pay it. Go this, 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 this. We could even go this, 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 this. And then go for Marco Polo. Just so you know, YouTube, I am streaming this, but I'm not going to be paying much attention to chat, and that's also mean giving a nod to you, chat. I'm going to be talking to chat in between episodes more, but still feel free to give input, chat. I think we're going to go, we're going to do a slightly slower play. We're going to go to National Defense State before we go down here. Now, does that make sense? Yes, because this, and this don't give us anything in the short term. So yeah, we're going to do these first. Now, decisions-wise, Japan has some interesting stuff. We are definitely going to abandon the naval treaty, by the way, unsurprisingly. We will also do some kind of test the Soviet thing. See how that can do. See how we can do with that. We won't need to do that. We won't need to do that. We need to do these because we're already at like 100% fascism support. Developing the South Sakhalin oil fields was probably be worth it at some point. Aluminium might well be. In fact, all of those are probably worth it. So we have this inter-service rivalry thing. which is an interesting mechanic unique to Japan, which is that we have this national spirit. Which one is it? Yeah, so currently inter-service rivalry is balanced. Gives no benefits, no disbenefits. For the low cost of 50 PP, we can benefit one side. And there are various ways you can prioritize the army, that's these ones, and various ways you can prioritize the navy. And each time you prioritize the navy or the army, you go one tick, as it were, in their direction. So in this case, we go towards army strengthened, which gives 5% factory output, but 10% dockyard output down. 5% mill factory speed up, but 10% dockyard down. Now that's pretty intense. You know, you're losing output, right? Net. Whereas if you go towards the ships, you get a kind of nice balanced thing where you have 5% more dockyard but 5% less factory. Of course, we have 19 factories and 15 dockyards, so more stuff working towards military factory output is beneficial. Also, in the long term, our main threats are going to be naval. We might end up at war with the Soviet Union, I don't know. I kind of hope not, but we'll see. We'll see. I think we're probably going to start with prioritized steel for guns, because it's such a nice initial boost. Oh, 2 dockyards, I mean, it's pretty free. These are all very good. Okay. You can only do one every 6 months, by the way. I believe. Okay, so raiding regiments gives more special forces, so that's for Marines. This gives 5% output on dockyard and factories. That's pretty good. This one gives special forces attack. I haven't seen these for a while. 2% recruitable population. Wow, that's pretty good. I think we are going to go with the mills to start out with. Just prioritize steel for guns. Nice and simple. Okay, so civilian factories wise, we will want to buff up our infrastructure first, I think, because we're going to be a long campaign. We're going to get a lot out of that, especially if we put it in like the tungsten and the chromium spots. I can't remember what the oh yeah, we need to do the Zabistals, whatever the focus is to get rid of them. Is that this one? Yeah, that at least helps. Does one of these remove it completely? Maybe one of these? Doesn't seem that way. Anyway, I think, yeah, I can't remember the maths. I'm pretty sure the maths says basically you pretty rarely build infrastructure. But you know what? Screw it. I'm going to build a bunch of infrastructure. In places with lots of building slots. So here. It's only, there's only 2 slots here, but there will be more in the future. So I think we'll do something like that. To start with, probably a bad idea, but hey-ho. We haven't max buffed the enemy, so we do want to get quite a few more troops out quickly. Is this a interwar fighter? Yes, sadly. I am going to have to spend some time building some interwar fighters. Perhaps we want to minimize our rubber pain right now. Only 5%, but 2 factories. Only up to 7.5. What is this? A Cass naval bomber? Yeah, we won't build any. Actually, no. Let's not build any interwar fighters. We can just wait on the fighters, and in the meantime, prioritize these. And also, I would very much enjoy some motorized production, which is of course also going to take rubber. I think 3 on this. We're going to go quite hard on motorized. It's a 15% penalty, which does hurt. Don't get me wrong. We're going to go with lots of support equipment. Well, 1 more on this. Okay. Good. Now, resources. We could put 1 civvy on getting that rubber. If we did that, we could maybe do this. Yeah. Let's get that rubber. So, hey, someone who's never ever going to be a threat, Siam, hit me up with that rubber. And now, let's organize the military. This obviously is, the first episode of Ahoy campaign, so in all likelihood, we may not unpause. That is just the way it goes. So, mobile divisions of all stripes. We have 1 lonesome marine. So, these are our garrison infantry. These are our decent infantry. Okay, the marine, who can be in a separate thing-majob. Army group. I thought I turned off the mod that gives me all of these. Oh well, I think I will use it. Oh yes, and by the way, I'm sorry if you dislike this, but this campaign I have chosen is going to be a NATO symbol campaign. So this is our main army group. We can call this, sure, Army Group 1. And you are our 1st Infantry Army. You are our 2nd Infantry Army. Good. Now, these rubbish infantry. They are 12 width compared to 24. We might want to go straight to 40. We might want to stay 20 because supply in a lot of the regions we're going to be fighting pretty low. I think we're going to want a 10, a 20, and a 40 width infantry for different scenarios. Is my impression. You guys can go some kind of marine-y symbol. Yeah, there we go. Jolly good. And you guys, the mobile divisions. By the way, in case you don't know, it's cavalry. That's motorized. That's a light tank. You guys can get some kind of symbol. And we're going to keep it nice and organized with the symbols. You can be, sure, the light tanks. And you will also have your own army because we want to get some kind of general training up in the ways of the mobile unit. So we only have 2 field marshals right now. I might have to promote someone. You are good at Orglos when moving. He has samurai lineage. He gets less experience. This guy has a much better supply consumption. You can command them. You can command them. Now our good infantry. This guy is a bit of a god, especially with the river attack. I really like him. So we may well put him in there. Now, you're obviously going to be able to fill out your units pretty easily. Now, these garrison guys, what are you again? 12. Okay, so the garrison guys are probably just going to get used for the good old ports and police theatre. No, you don't need a general. And you guys are going to be the ports. What can we use for port defense symbol? Doesn't this mean like militia or garrison or something? We'll use that one. But I will take the time to promote someone at some point and to give you a general. Just because, you know, no one good, but just a little bit of extra defense. Could be nice. Like this guy with his 3 attack. Congratulations. So, yes, as I say, I apologize that obviously the first episode is a little bit tedious. Because we have to do all this nonsense. But that's okay. People always ask in the comments, why do you use the fallback lines? Why don't you just use the perfectly good garrison tool? The answer is it's not perfectly good. It actually is terrible. By the way, is this since my last YouTube series? I feel I should point out. I am no longer employed by Paradox Interactive. I was never employed by them. I was contracted, but I'm no longer contracted by Paradox Interactive. I quit, which was a good decision, I think, because I was working from home and, you know. But the reason I pointed out is that I can say with slightly more feeling that the garrison command is just garbage. And that's something I wouldn't necessarily say while I was a contractor for them. But yeah, it's trash. Hopefully, well, I mean, maybe hopefully they work on it, but I'm not even sure how they could work on it, which is why I don't kind of hold it against them that it's so bad. Anyway, but we'll keep doing this. Why is it so bad? Why? Hello, dear viewer, I have a video you should watch. It's by this great guy called Count Christo. You should check him out on YouTube. He's pretty cool. And he did a great video articulating exactly why it's terrible. So why don't you just Google that? And then that can give you a full description. In short, it's bad. Never use it. Never use it for military policing. Well, military policing, it's kind of okay. But only kind of. But for port defense, it's absolutely heinous. And you should only use it if you really, really passionately desire to lose your game. We will organize the Navy next. So we'll see how that goes. I don't really remember, to be honest, what kind of Navy we start with as the wonderful nation of the rising sun. But it's good music. This is from the from Waking the Tiger, I do believe. It's a very nice tune. I'm enjoying it. So we're taking all these guys off the front line. You know, often as Japan, you would use a lot of these militia divisions to launch lots of separate naval invasions during the early days of your war with China. I have decided I'm not going to do that. We will do some naval invasions, but they're going to be extremely close to the front line, and their only objective is to enable encirclements. We're not going to do the kind of full frontal naval invasion that you can do against China, where you just kind of take all their port cities. I really don't think there's that much value to that. I mean, IRL, of course, there's obvious value. The idea was to force them to surrender, essentially. Which, of course, you know, that's valuable. But in the game, it can be good if you have them close to surrendering and you just grab, like, Nanking, for example. But we're going to do far more things like a big invasion into the Shandong Peninsula, which then pushes west and enables a nice big encirclement here. Things like that. By the way, we're also not going to be gamey in this campaign. To a large extent, we're not going to be very gamey. We're going to try and play at least a little bit, kind of, not honorably, but, you know, we're not going to make it ridiculous. Okay, that's the army organized. Let's just put the actual troops on the border. Give them a plan to start working on. Welcome to your new homes, boys. Cool, cool, cool. Now, the mobile divisions can also come. Some of them will probably be involved in the naval invasion, and some of them will be involved here. For now, let's leave some here. And then probably the best ones, but some of the tanks can stay there, will be deployed here with a mind to having them go in here and then rushing west. That kind of thing. So, the Navy. You can't auto-select the whole Navy. Sad. Sad indeed. Let's get this all together. It's been a while since I played, so excuse me. It takes me a while. We'll have them all merge up. And while they're doing that, we'll actually get unpaused only 17 minutes into the video. We are importing that rubber. We're not doing any excessive imports. We could do paramilitary training. Remember what this actually costs me? 0.5 political power per day. They get more fascism support, my army experience. Well, their fascist support is already perfectly satisfactory. And remind me what Imperial Protectorates do. They give me 90% manpower. They have to give me 100% extra trade at 90% less cost. They give me 25% of their civilian economy and 65% of their military economy. They gain 30% less autonomy, and I can build in their territory. Now, the next one down is annexed. Okay, cool. Right. Let's get this show on the road. Not quite. Unpause it again. Sorry, pause it again. Give me all of your troops, please. We are going to have an expeditionary army. How shall I demonstrate that they're not very good? There we go. Sub. They are subpar, is what they are. They can be yellow. And you guys just hang out along this general front, and I will find a place for you as we go. Who's going to lead these guys? Well, not someone subpar, because we want to get the most out of these troops at least. So we'll give them this guy, Tanaka. I've heard of Tanaka. Is he the guy in Man in the High Castle? Anyway, we're unpaused. We're losing fuel because our ship's moving. That's it's going to be a common problem. We are going to have to do some research, build some synthetic refineries, capture Singapore, all that good stuff. But for actual fuel, you will note, if I can remember my shortcut keys, there is some fuel here, but not very much. So we will have to build some of our own, probably in the home islands and all that kind of thing. So as the Navy just collects together, we will then work on it. I'm being asked in chat whether this is going to become a rabbit hole of endless submarine, like naval micromanagement, to which the answer is yes. Just enjoy it. Relax, enjoy it. It's going to be good fun. Naval micro is superb. So yes, the actual Navy Dudio, excuse me, we don't actually have the naval invasion plan. Tech, is that right? Really? Where is that again? I can't believe I've forgotten, but no, we do have it. So why can't I assign... Oh, I can. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, so the first naval invasion will be something like this. So I'll let him go on to that. And then we're going to need a, you know, an invading general. Do I have a... yeah, there we go. A commando. And who are we going to promote to lead you? Someone with good supply, preferably. Someone with speed, perhaps. This guy looks pretty good. But we'll worry about that when we actually have the points to promote. Real quick. Oh, yes, and I have a mod that makes these air bases look different, which actually I really don't like. I'm going to get rid of that. Anywho, let me gather up some of these guys. Get this thing organized. All right, you guys. Come here. So we're at full fuel right now, which is absolutely unacceptable. You guys just do some naval exercises for me real quick. Because we don't want to ever be sitting at full fuel when we could be getting some lovely naval experience. You guys, merge up. And we're not going to use the naval planes as normal planes. You can sometimes do that in Japan. You start with a pretty nice quantity of them. But I have decided, shall not be doing this. Cool. That's that organized. Okay, excellent. That's 20 minutes. We're going to do 20-minute episodes for this series. Thank you ever so very much for watching. I am going to have a chat and turn off this mod, which makes the airports look like that, because I don't really like it. Thank you ever so very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this first episode. I know there's obviously quite a bit of just organizational stuff, but in the next episode, we're going to start barreling towards war with China, which is going to be great. We're going to reform our economy. We're going to sort out the wonderful, wonderful navy that we have at our disposal, the largest navy, largest and most powerful in the world at the start date, I believe. If you just throw the entire Japanese navy against the entire British navy or the entire US navy, the Japanese do win at the start date, so we've got to try and build on that success. I will see you all in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.